Do everything I say, or they're gonna get it. Relax, guys, it's just me. It's a fake gun. And that was a hostage situation. I'll explain why after this. Hey guys, welcome back to Jared's Thoughts. For those of you guys who don't know what a hostage situation is, it's basically when a group of, let's just use the word predators, they grab a bunch of people and they basically threaten their lives in order for the compliance of whoever they want to comply. So if you kidnap someone, that's a hostage, whatnot. But why it's relevant today is because the world is currently facing what is possibly the largest hostage situation that it has experienced. Because if you see news sources, media, celebrities, blah 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 blah, are basically using fear and shame and whatnot to basically coerce the masses to follow guidelines and whatnot set in place for this pandemic or whatever. I'm not really going to get into the politics of the pandemic. I'm really just gonna focus more so on news outlets for this video. But so basically, the tactics that the mass media usually uses they're actually based in biology. So basic fact of the matter is you just shouldn't listen. And why you shouldn't listen, if you want, I'll give you a little history lesson if I must. But going back to World War II, there was this whole regime. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Nazi Germany. And if you ever wonder, how did the Nazis convince a whole country that what they were doing was right? Was through propaganda, was through their news and whatnot. And they literally had scientists. Their German scientists were literally researched how to manipulate a human mind and how to make them do what they want them to do and whatnot. It's called psychological warfare. I know you've heard of psychological warfare. If you've not heard of psychological warfare, look it up. But anyway, that was their research. How to basically brainwash and mind control people. That was literally their research. Now, after the wars ended, Nazis defeated. Hooray! Hooray! Yeah. But so like a person with common sense would be like, yeah, we should not allow these Nazis to re-enter society because they were in society and messed everything up. But no, the U.S. government, CIA in particular, were like, yo, them German scientists are smart, and we could actually use them to push forward our own military strengths and capabilities or whatever. So they actually invited the German scientists over to the U.S. to work for them and pardon them for their war crimes and whatnot. So now they're in the U.S. and what they do is they continue their research and share their research. So now the CIA has Nazi information technology, whatever, and they're using their research and they're pushing forward. They're continuing to develop these psychological warfare tactics, like obviously other tactics as well, but right now we're focusing on psychological warfare. So literally what they did was they continue to develop this stuff, and I find it hard to believe that it's impossible for those same propaganda, mind control, and brainwashing techniques to be then dispersed throughout the U.S. Because why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? A controllable population is a good population from a regime tyrannical mindset. And it's like, looking at the world, it's not hard to see how this is actually the case. So the reason why psychological warfare is very dangerous and very formidable is because you don't even realize you're being attacked, because it doesn't attack your conscious mind. It attacks your subconscious mind and implants little information, little ideas. If you ever seen the movie Inception, if you haven't, it's a great movie. You should watch it. What they do is they go into people's dreams, right? And that's their subconscious state of mind. They go into their dreams, and what they do is they implant an idea. So when the person wakes up, it grows like a cancer in their brain, and so they think, oh, I just had a great idea. Meanwhile, the person over there, like, who literally gave them the idea, is like, oh yeah, what is it? And like, so yeah, so with like, that's why it's very, you should really remain aware when you're listening to stuff like news, media, celebrities, politicians, and whatnot, because they send you a lot of subliminal messages through TV, news, ads, on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. It's all like, it's in like, what it gets to a point where it's like, people who have been infected by the propaganda now go out and spread the propaganda. That's the real virus. That's the real virus, if you ask me. The real virus is watching your TV. You're watching your TV, you're hearing people talk about it all day long, and how it's so dangerous and whatnot. And now you're scared. You are scared. So you're going and you're taking your fear and you're giving your fear to everybody else around you. And not only that, once someone rejects your fear and is like, I'm not going to be afraid, then you start shaming them. Now, like, because you have been a victim of psychological warfare, you are now pushing. Now you become the propaganda, and that's free. They didn't have to do anything for that. You just accepted their nonsense and whatnot. But whatever. Don't believe me. Don't believe them. Do your own research. Stay safe. Have a good one.